Do you feel like you've lost a sense of purpose now that you're single? Are you feeling like you don't know who you are anymore when you're not in a relationship? If you're feeling any of that, then this video is for you. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to DMC with Patricia, where deep, meaningful conversations help you grow one video at a time. It's been 2 years I've been working on myself to heal, and I want to share my lessons and realizations in hopes to help you with your healing journey. After my 6-year relationship ended, I just didn't know what to do with my life. It felt like I no longer have an identity. It's not like I'm just lost out in the big world, but also in my inner world. I remember grieving for a long time after my breakup, and in the midst of trying to save myself, I got into a deeper level of depression because I was just going for the quick fix and not truly working on myself on a deeper level. And one day I came to my senses. I was done feeling depressed. I was done being in that darkness. So I made a decision to seek professional help and really commit myself into healing whatever I was going through. I got a therapist, and it made me realize a lot of things. I didn't just lose my entire identity after the end of my most recent relationship. I realized that I feel that way every time when I'm not with someone, regardless of the duration of the relationship. That is detrimental to my self-esteem, my self-worth, my self-confidence, and literally affected every part of my life. I'm gonna share a little bit of my history. I had a very lonely childhood and I felt lost most of the time. I think I only really felt like life had meaning when I started having a boyfriend. And that was back in high school. It was puppy love, but it was the first time I ever felt worthy. I felt like my life is safe and finally life is exciting. From then on, I just didn't want to go back to feeling lonely and being in that dark place anymore. I've jumped from relationship to relationship since high school, and I've never really been single for more than 6 months. So it was a natural thing for me to start looking for someone else on a dating app, right? And dated a few people. Some were longer than the other. I learned that I'm not in a position to be in a relationship because you basically attract who you are when you are coming from a place of lack, from a place of loneliness. You attract the same type of people. I found myself making more and more decisions that didn't actually serve me in my situation at that time. I got my heart broken more and more. Now committing myself into healing, I've been doing things differently by staying single. I healed from fearing loneliness to really embracing my time alone, from feeling lost and not knowing who I am to now developing a strong sense of myself. Part of the healing process is to accept loneliness and not fight it. And the more you accept it, the easier and the less lonely it actually gets. It's okay to feel lonely because it is valid. Your feelings and your emotions are valid, and you can totally transform it to self-companionship. So firstly, how did I get from fearing loneliness to embracing my time alone is that I started doing a lot of self-care activities. When you constantly engage yourself in activities that nurtures your well-being, your brain and your body will gradually feel the love that you give to yourself. Did you know that our body can remember emotions better than our mind can? The more you do something, the more your body will remember it. The key is to consistently do it about 3 to 4 times a week minimum. It can be anything that nurtures your body, your mind, or your soul. If you do that consistently enough, you are creating new connections in your mind and in your body. What you want to do is to make it a habit, to make that self-care practice a habit so that your body knows and feels that love. That's how I went from disliking to be alone to really loving my alone time. I established a connection of feeling good from my self-care activities, like going on my long walks, doing my meditation, journaling, and just immersing myself in classes that I enjoyed, my body started to associate being alone as feeling good. So every time when I have my alone time, I am prepared to have a good time. And that is truly why we have to invest in ourselves. As much as people say, like, when you're not feeling good, try to go and do some charity or do something nice for other people. But from my experience, I think, yeah, that's really just a quick fix. However, if you really want to be genuine giving to others, you really have to start pouring into yourself first, because otherwise you would not have anything to give. Healing is actually a step-by-step progress. That when you unlock something and then after that, the next level or the next round for you kind of opens up. It's like a game. Well, life is like a game anyways. Without the trials and tribulations, without the obstacles, our life would be boring. So I realized when I nurture myself, I started to learn how to love myself again. Being able to remember yourself is truly one of the best gifts anyone can receive. When we are further away from our true self, that means that we are walking the paths that are not meant for us. And so that is why life does not flow. The universe or God or the creator is constantly sending us signs everywhere. We just have to be aware enough to see all of them and be able to read them and use that information to flow along with life. The more you fight life, the more uncomfortable it's going to be for you. Every one of us have a purpose here. For us to discover our purpose, we must first remember who we are. We have to remember our true self. It is through the discovery of your own wants and desires that will lead you to walk the paths that will get closer to your true self. It's your own desires and your wants, not your parents, not your partner, not your friends or anyone else's desires for you. If you are feeling lost, it does not have to be a breakup that makes you feel lost. A lot of people are lost in their life, whether they are in a relationship or not. That's because they've been walking the path of other people's expectations, not really pursuing what they truly want on the inside. But anyways, whenever you feel lost or whenever you're going through a breakup, it is the best time for self-discovery. And truly, a self-discovery that is led by your heart, not with your mind. Most of the time, our heart truly tells us what we want. Our mind is shaped by our external environment, from our experiences, our outer world, which is everything else but us. If you're a person without strong boundaries and self-identity, it's easy for others to influence you into someone that don't necessarily align with what you want or truly need. You could actually start to adopt other people's preferences instead of it being something that is true to what you like. And you may even claim it as your own, which can cause a lot of discomfort in your life later on. And this is one of the reasons why most people in the world are feeling so unfulfilled. It's too much societal and external pressures that is the driving force to people thinking that they should live their lives in a certain way, which may be far from their true needs and desires. It is what our heart wants, and our mind will always come in the way. What you truly want is really just right here, and all the answers are always just within us. So this is the time to really go inwards and do the inner work and try to rediscover yourself again. It's just easier to do it when you're not in a relationship with someone else, because that's when you will get the opportunity to discover what are your likes and what are your dislikes by making your own decisions with minimal influence from people around you. When you truly know yourself, you are secure in yourself. Nobody can take that away from you because you are the creator of it. Without being in the lack and needing someone else to fill that void, you are having the freedom to pursue your own happiness. When you have the urge to visit that place or change a new career or even end that relationship, it is for a reason. However, the mind always gets in a way, the logical mind, right? But it is a calling for a reason. And whether it makes sense or not, like, that's what I learned when I tried to do things that don't make sense to me and I just follow my heart. I learned a lot of new things about myself. I actually gained a lot of new perspective and to get out of the comfort zone. Believing that it is leading me there for a reason, whether it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, it's either a blessing or a lesson. Because, when you actually do that, you're not losing anything at all. You are always, always gaining something from the universe. We are always put in that position to take that action. All you have to do is go do it, take action, and see what happens for you. Don't judge it before that, because you'll be denying yourself the opportunity to discover something new for you that could be very unexpected. When you don't get out of your comfort zone, you don't know what you don't know. Even if it fears you, go do it. That's how I got out of my comfort bubble. That I fear this, okay, I'm gonna do it. Like right now, I fear being in front of the camera. I fear showing myself to the public. I'm just gonna do it. When you walk towards that path, doors are going to start opening for you, because that's just how life works. If you don't take that step, you're not going to be able to discover what are the doors that are ahead of you. It can be very scary, but the more you take that first step, the easier it's going to get in the future for you. You need to get out of the victim mindset. When you are not aware that you are in your self-victimization mode, you start to get cozy. When you feel safe in there, it's very hard to get out of it because your body is addicted to it, your mind is addicted to it. It craves for that negative self-talk, and you make up all those negative scenarios that didn't even happen in the first place, and you start to believe that it is your reality. That is when it gets really dangerous. I wanted to feel better, but that mindset got me to do things that were destructive for my mental and physical health. I think the element of self-victimizing carries a lot of weight in our life, because once a person self-victimizes in one aspect of their life, they are likely to also carry that into another aspect of their life. I realized that it was affecting my work, my family, and friends. So just looking back, I'm very grateful for the times that they've been very patient with me. I was constantly just pointing fingers at other people, like blaming this person for how I'm feeling. Oh, why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this kind of stuff. Why is he like that? Why is she like that? Something profound that I learned is that you need to own your issues to be able to heal them. If you don't acknowledge them, if you don't think it's a problem, you don't find a solution to it, and they remain as the shadows, as the little demons in you. Our shadows are so powerful that they can act as our thoughts, perceptions, and actions, and then manifesting into our realities. That's one of the reasons why people are stuck in negative patterns and don't know how to break them, although they want to. So whatever has caused your heartache has likely been a recurring pattern in your life. It's just like a lot of people are not aware that sometimes they are egoistic. They're simply not aware, and therefore they can't take the steps to do something to help it. You need to own what you are feeling before you can actually make progress or a transformation. If you don't think it is a problem, you're not going to do anything to change it. And last but not least, reconnect with your inner child. Doing deep work like this has been a core of what helped me shift from seeking external connections to nurturing the emptiness within. You see, all childhood experiences shape who we are today, and it starts from there. I remember I used to fantasize being a professional singer when I was just about 11 years old. My mom sent me for singing classes. I think I can sing, but I'm just okay, not that great. And so I didn't pursue it any further. But I want to share a story. Early this year, I was in Japan with a group of energy healers, and I don't really remember how or why, but I was asked to sing. And so I did, and they were impressed. I was thinking, maybe they're just being nice. They could see that I was afraid to genuinely express myself as I was too self-conscious, and encouraged me to open up. When I let all of that self-judgment and self-consciousness go, something amazing happened. I wouldn't have imagined that my singing could move people to tears. It was a very profound experience for me. I once thought was a childish dream is an indicator to my life purpose. And that is to use my voice as a tool to impact others. I felt like I have found a missing piece of myself. Well, I don't know whether I'm going to be singing, but I'm just going to leave it up to the opportunities that are going to come. Yeah, what I'm using my voice, right, is to make this video in hopes that it would impact people and help in their healing journey, because going through a heartbreak, it's not to be taken lightly. It is extremely painful, but I am here to tell you and give you hope that you can get out of it and flourish and bloom into this new person that you would have never imagined yourself to be. Try and reconnect with your inner child, remembering your childhood dreams, and try to nurture those forgotten areas. Pictures when you were a child, you start to remember what were your thoughts and your desires. Even if it's going to be happy memories or sad memories, it's definitely going to help, because there will be a lesson there for you to learn, no matter what it is. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I truly appreciate your support. If you found this video helpful, please do remember to hit the like and subscribe button, and also share it with anyone who you think may benefit from it. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye for now.